All right, we are here for our last lesson of the semester in Mr. Jeffrey's Algebra 2 class. We are actually going to go over our study guide that we had on Schoology, but we need to do something first. It is, wait, come on up here, young lady, because you're actually a part of this. It is one of the most unique students' birthdays today. She's so unique that she's actually had her family call and hinder this celebration so far. So, ready? We're all going to sing happy birthday. Ready? Ready? Hang on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crimson. Happy birthday to you. All right, so that was our big celebration for Crimson, and now we've got to go and actually review for our lesson. Okay, so all right, so getting into our final. So don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. This is just, high dollar material. All right, this is from our Expo and log test. Okay, bye. And I thought I had an accent. I talk slow enough, people are to understand. All right, so, okay. So, this is what you need to know. X is the exponent. Okay, which means it's little. It's like getting a piggyback ride or sitting on somebody's shoulders. To me, I think of Yoda in the backpack when Luke is running around in Dagobah. What? I've been doing this since like 2006. No, it's a pad. It's the question was, how do I write so good with my mouse? It's an XP pen pad. No, I write with a stylist. Oh, I use my touchpad. What what kind of what kind of awesome faith my students have in me? Okay, look. Yeah, I know. Look, here's the deal. Test taking skills. All right, there's only one of them's going to be the answer. All right, pew pew. They have exponents, but they're not x. Okay, this has an x, but not it. Okay, so you need to look for something where x is the exponent. Yes. So on number one, on the final, you need to look for where x is the exponent. Okay. So you can take notes on this. Tomorrow we're going to work on the orange sheet together. Okay. Yes. Yes. X is yes. I made the final yesterday. I've got it. It's right up here, just like yeah. It's so similar. Some of the questions don't even change. Like exclamation point. And in Espanol, upside down exclamation point. Okay, so now exponential decay. That's where our b value. We're still in expo and log, and I have those tests. I probably need to give those back. Okay, it's between 0 and 1. All right, and then we have this form right here. All right, so decay, this is decay. All right, for this one, this would be our answer because our b is 0.8. All right. But a little birdie told me something about the final. A little birdie told me to look for growth where b is greater than 1, like something like this. Because maybe a little birdie told me that the person that made the final just switched this word to growth and then said that this was the answer. Hint, hint. Don't be what? Wait, what you looking at, stranger? Huh? I might have. I did have a couple of viruses growing up. Okay, so question 3. This is, I think this is either poly A or B. I can't remember. Is A? Poly A. All right, this was before spring break. All right, you add like terms. Okay, so same variable, same exponent. All right, so if I add those two together, I'm going to get 4u to the third. Okay, now as I look through here, only 2 of these have 4u to the third. So I'm going to mark these 2 out. Okay, and then here. All right, so this, there's no other 6u. Okay, so there we go. And then the rest of it, we have 7u and then plus 9. Now, one of these is right, one of these is wrong. Okay? Somebody's like, but they have the same stuff. Well, yes and no. A is right because it's in standard form. Which means that the exponents go from the highest to the lowest. Okay? Sister calls a student and is wondering during class, oh no, did I get you in trouble? I'm not passive aggressive. I'm just sarcastic. A little bit of both. I mean, I really don't. I just, what'd you say? What'd she say? Oh, I was like, I do like you, Crimson. You're cool. I got it now. I'm sorry. All right, question 4. Okay, a little birdie told me that this may be the same on the final. Tweet, tweet, tweet. All right, so you have a headache. So, oh, that was not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. All right. Shh. So this minus -7. All right. This will give us +2 to the fourth because this changes to plus a positive. Now, that means these two are gone. Yeah, minus a negative makes it a positive. It's been that way for a pretty good while. Yeah. Remember, we can always use calculators. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right. So for this, all right. So again, this is another minus a negative. Is that one of those things I got to look up on Urban Dictionary? It's not inappropriate. I don't know. All right. So number 4, the answer would be B. Okay. Thank you for your. All right. This is still, I think, from Poly A. Uh, we multiply numbers, add exponents. Wow, it's almost like I'm giving you notes through this. Wow. All right, so right here, this would be 2 to the third. That one's gone because it doesn't have a 2. Look, I'm also trying to show you uh, test taking skills. 2 to the third because it was 2 times 1 is 2. You add the exponents. This is understood to be a 1. All right, then we multiply here. This is going to be 6 n squared. I really don't have to finish that because this is the only one left. But I know if I don't, some of y'all will have like a math stroke. Y'all will start twitching. Poly A. All right. So this one, remember we have 2 options for this one. You have we have double distributive. Still poly A. Where you set it up like this. All right. Or we have the box method. That was a big box. Sorry. That one took me by surprise. All right. So, maybe this. Now, you don't have to do both methods. It really, you just pick the one that works for you. Okay. Either way, you're multiplying them. Okay. Like this one, you do distributive. I wonder why, because it's called double distributive. This one, you multiply them, you get the stuff inside. Ooh, that's written bad. Shapes. No, 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 that's factoring. You're not taking out anything, you're multiplying. What I did is I didn't take out anything. I split this one in two so I could distribute all this to this and then all this to this. Yeah. Either way, we're going to end up with these terms. These two combine. So we have negative 12h squared minus 22h plus 14. Not you, not you, not you. So it's got to be A. Also, little birdie told me something about this one too. By the way, if I say little birdie, I would be like putting a star beside it. Like little birdie said, this one doesn't change too. Ha, at least it wasn't mine. Was it my messed up star? Listen, there's been 16 unrecognizable things that has happened in this class right now since we started. So, I mean, whatever. It's just. All right. We good here? Now, on these that the little birdie said stuff to, I wouldn't like say it's A because remember the options change. I would like, hey, little birdie, thanks for helping me out. I'm going to remember it's like that part. Just, the actual. Yep. Maybe I should do this. No, that's the rock band. Let's do this. Do, do, do. Little birdie. Little birdie. Little birdie. Oh, nope, no little birdie on this one. This one's similar. I remember changing this one. Little birdie. All right. So, little birdie on number 7. Remember, we have the same thing for this one. We could do box. We could do double distributive. Okay? Or triple distributive. It just depends on how you want to set it up. Okay? Either way, you're going to get these terms. Okay? So, combine like terms, we're going to get 8n to the third plus 10n squared. Did I do that right? That's supposed to be 25. I was looking at the wrong thing. Hang on just 1 second. Where am I getting the 8n cubed? Is the 4 times this. Yeah, you multiply the numbers, you add the exponents. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing that we just did in the last problem. It's just on a bigger scale. Okay. And this looks to be our answer. So I would look for those 4 terms for number 7 tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on the final. What now? No, you multiply. How do you multiply? Do you do double distributive or you do table? Two n squared minus 5n. That's it. You multiply everything. Okay, you multiply everything. You multiply all the numbers and you add the exponents. It's not, I just multiply some things and not the others. I multiply everything. 8n to the third. 20n squared. 12n. 10n squared. 25n. Minus 15. I combine like terms. Okay, my like terms. See, this is like, this is like, this is like, and this is like. So when I combine like terms, I get my 8n to the third. Let's see, 20 minus 10 is 10. 12 minus 25 is negative 13n. And then minus 15. Guys, there hasn't been like a major significant mathematical rule in like 400 years since calculus was invented. Okay, you still multiply numbers and add exponents. Huh? You should know. Is that what you said? Okay. So, birthday girl, what are we having for lunch? Where are we going for dinner tonight? So, Curl, are they going to make the volcano? Oh, watch out, because they have the little water squirter that looks like the person going to the bathroom. They'll try to spray you with it. Yeah, that's exactly what my diabetes needs. Now, all right. No, thank you, though. All right. So, this problem needs to be expanded to be written like this. Okay? Then you can do double distributive or box, depends on which method you choose. Okay, this would be 4x squared minus 12x minus 12x plus 36 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. This is still poly A. All right. Are we good? Question 8. What do you say? All right. Question 9. Little birdie told me that might be the same on the test. So, hmm. All right. Guess what? It's the same thing. J squared minus 7j plus 7j minus 49. What should we notice about these terms right here? They cancel out. Yeah. So j squared minus 49. Final answer. You know she's doing that just to work y'all's nerves, right? So you're calling her jumper cables because all she does is start stuff. All right, are we good? Let's see. This is 9. Are we good with 9? Going once, going twice, moving on. All right, 10. All right, this this was we actually this was a factoring test. Yeah, we actually just had a test just on factoring. What? So we set it up like this. Now, this right here tells us our signs are the same. This tells us that these are both negative. Okay, so whoop, whoop. All right. What are the factors of 36 that what two numbers when we multiply, we get 36, but when we combine them, we get 12? Yeah. Now, the way we would set this up, since we actually have, this is actually called like duplicity or something like that. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. You only have to do one of them. Now, on the final, this one's been changed for where there's two numbers. So it's not the same number. Okay. All right. We go with number 10. Yes. Moving on to number 11. All right. Number 11. This was like chapter 2. Okay. This is, everybody was like, oh, I've never seen this before. What is this witchcraft? Tom Cruise, save me with your witchcraft. All right. So it was, sorry, I watched Talladega Nights the other day. It's that scene where Ricky Bobby thinks he's on fire and he's running around. All right. So it's set up like this. So our A value is 1, our B value is 4, our C value is 1. Okay, we plug this in to this formula, this negative B over 2A. Okay, negative 4 over 2, we get negative 2. All right, so we know that our AOS is X equals negative 2, just from this right here. So these two are gone. All right. Now to get the Y value of the vertex, everywhere we see X up here, we plug in this value that we just had. Okay, so negative 2, negative 2. Okay, we plug it in the calculator. Negative 2 squared. Now, yes, parentheses does matter, because if not, it will... there we go. Maybe. Yeah, that does matter. Because if not, it will square it, then multiply it by negative 1. The calculator gave me the wrong number. And spoons make me fat. All right. So this would be our answer for this one. I was told. Do I have what? Yeah, I do. It's in a blue thing. I think it's back there. I hadn't seen it in a while. If not, if you look up there where the forks, oh, here it is. It's up here at the very front. But yeah. So did I help you answer your question by just sitting here being quiet? Yes. I love it when I can do that. I just sit there quietly and all things come to fruition. All right. So we go with number 11. Okay. So, believe it or not, this is from our first test. Our very first test. Yeah, wow. Okay. And I'm just going to tell you that the numbers changed in maybe this direction. Okay. So the H value. This is the Beyonce stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I actually found this. This is from the January 8th folder. This is actually the notes I got from January 8th. The H value, all right, look, it's always written as the value is always opposite, okay? So this is 3 units to the right, okay? And it's going to be an absolute value equation because I'm lazy and I don't want to change it, okay? Okay. So these are the only 2 things you got to worry about. Why? Because I said so. All right. If the value is positive, it goes to the right, but it's written opposite. Why? Because of drugs. Okay. Now, think about it. Here's the original equation. It's written as a negative. So if we put a positive in here, it's going to look negative. Okay. So let's mark out all these right here that has a positive because we're actually putting in a positive value. All right, then it says 5 units down, well, K, you know, that's our math rule. You know, positive goes up, negative goes down. Okay, so it would actually be this one. Now, I might want to really prepare for something like this and like this for the final. Wait, let me take this back because I can't remember that one, but definitely this one. because I know I changed that. Mm-mm. No, because if the value is positive because it goes to the right, okay, so 3 is positive, right? And we plug it in here, it's going to look negative when it's written. Say it again. Yeah. Well, it says move 3 units to the right, correct? No, it's already negative. The math rule is when the H value is positive, it goes to the right. Okay, so think about it. If I put a positive 3 in there, it's going to stay like this. Okay, if I put a negative 3, what happens to this minus the negative? Going to change it to a positive. No, we don't want that. I think I kept the direction on the right the same, but the I think it went out. Hang on, I've got to answer a phone call. Thank you for calling Mr. Jeffers' room. You're calling number 1 of the day, and I'm recording a lesson. Hello, how can I help you? Who? Who? Okay, thank you. Bye. Laws, you're checking out. All right. So, moving on to good old 13. Hey, this is a calculator problem. Wow. Now, we can't put a negative in the calculator like this because if we do, we're going to get this domain error. So we actually just put the positive version. Okay, it gives us 3 root 3. 3 root 3. What do we need to add? The right, everybody, the I. And it goes right here in between. So calculator problem, put in the positive version. Okay. I think that female student that just called when I said they're interrupting my lesson I'm recording, I think they cried a little bit. What? I is the square root of -1. Okay. So basically, how this breaks down is like 27 times -1. All right. So we can take this out and it becomes a I. And then we do the other stuff. All right. Are you good? Are you good? All right, I can move on. Perfect. All right. So this is also a calculator problem. This one I think I can actually plug this in just as is. Let me see. 8 times -10. Nope. All right. I can't. But I can do this. -8 times -10. Well, what is -8 times -10? 80. It's a positive. That I can definitely plug in. Okay. Well, hang on. Come over here right quick. All right. So come here. Say your name. Say your name into the camera. Say your name into the camera. All right, Cameron. Cameron has came for help, and I'm going to help Cameron as soon as I'm done teaching my algebra. Wait, let's stop my algebra 2 lesson. Okay, what's your question? Okay, can you wait just a second? Okay, I'm kind of in the middle of reviewing. It's been a rough day. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the square root of 80 and put it in the calculator and get 4 root 5. Okay, just have a seat. I'll be with you in a second. Why not? Because it's going to be, I've got like 3 more problems. Okay, you're going to stand there awkwardly? Okay, good job. Potato, potato. All right. This is from the radicals. I think it's chapter 5 test. This stuff right here, chapter no, not the I thing, but chapter question 14. The I stuff is from the complex test. All right, this is definitely from the radicals test. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm solving for x. 1 is being added to this. So how do I undo a 1 that's being added? You subtract. Good. Because when we had this test, a lot of people tried to divide by 1, and I wanted to jump out the window. Like, I was rethinking a lot of my life choices that day. Now, we have the radical isolated, just like it said in our notes. Okay? That's crazy. Notes like that. All right. We're going to square both sides. Okay, when we do that, it rips the roof off this. Okay. What is 7 squared? 49. Okay. What's our next step? Subtract the 5. Ran out of room. Now what we do? Divide both sides by 2. Woo, woo. It blinked. All right. We should get x equals 22. Final answer. Little birdie told me that this answer is a decimal on the final. Whose class are y'all in right now? Okay, y'all are good. Yeah. And whose class is that? Okay, I got you. I got you. Shh. All right, we're almost done. Whoop, whoop. All right, this is from Log and Expo test. All right, when it's set up like this is 4 to the third power is what? Yeah, 64. Little Birdie told me that these two numbers swapped on the final. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, I got better internet service at my house. Yeah, but you also don't have 2,200 students at your house. I can't help it, you know. All right. Now, somebody asked a question about, hey, Mr. Jeffries, I really like how these are set up on the final because they are easier for me to understand. Well, Little Birdie told me that the person that made the final had a hard time trying to find stuff like this. So this may be exactly the same, might be really, really similar. All right, so this would be 47.5. And how did I get 47.5? Yeah, I had it. Sorry, I'm literally like I'm about to lose it. Like why am I about? I don't know. It hasn't been a stressful day at all. All right. What about this one? 50. What about this one? 15.85%. Okay. Now, that is study guide for our final. Tomorrow we're going to be working on our orange sheet for our final in class. Don't forget hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and if your family calls you during class, uh, I will probably ridicule you. All right, or them. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.